Hi, nice to see you. Thanks for joining me. We're going to look at a short shoulder mobility workout this morning with the resistance band. So go and grab your band and come back and join me, okay? We will start in neutral standing, feet hip width apart, weight nice and even through those feet. Make sure the pelvis is neutral, the ribs are settled down on top. There's length up through the crown of the head. And make sure the feet are equally weighted here, okay? We're going to hold the band just a little bit wider than shoulder width apart. A small amount of tension on the band as we just raise those arms up and in front of the body. Let the shoulder blades move, the collarbones lift as you reach the arms up. And then slowly, 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 we will lower those arms all the way back down in front of the body. Start the band onto the legs and then up we go, reaching those arms forward and up. Find a bit of space here. We're trying to move the arms without shifting the rib cage at all. Okay, so just watch that we don't shift the spine forward or back. We want to make sure the weight stays even through those feet as we just reach the arms up and overhead and then slowly bring the arms all the way back down. Good. One more just like that. Find that extra little bit of reach. Let the shoulder blades move, collarbones lift, and now bend the elbows wide out to the side and just draw that band down in front of your face. I want you to really squeeze those elbows in towards your waist here. Keep pulling out on that band, and then we're going to lengthen those arms all the way back up and overhead. All right, two more like that. Squeeze those elbows down, draw into the armpits, squeeze the shoulder blades down the back, and then reach those arms all the way back up and through. Good. I'll turn around to do the other one so you can see what's going on in the back of the body. Squeeze, 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 squeeze those elbows down and in towards you. All right, and then we lengthen the spine all the way back up and lengthen the arms even all the way back up, and then you're going to float those arms all the way back down. It might be that you can get a little bit more shoulder flexion than that. So this time we'll float the arms up. And I want you to repeat if that felt like a good mobility for you in the shoulder joint. Otherwise, you can get the band to come down behind the head and squeeze those elbows down and then reach up. I want you to do that. If it means that you've got to sort of move the neck forward and back, then I would say don't. Stick with bringing the band in front of the body, in front of the head. If you've got enough flexion in the shoulder joint to be able to keep your neutral spine and just draw the band behind the head and reach it back up, then I want you to do that. Okay, one last one here. What I don't want to happen is for you to shift the body forward or back. All right, bring those arms forward and down. Hold the band a little bit wider here, okay? Still a good tension on the band. And we're going to try to get some full circumflexion of the shoulder joint. Now, if this doesn't feel right for you, miss it out, okay? As we reach those arms up, the arms go a little bit wider. I want you to turn the palms up towards the ceiling and see if you can carefully bring the arms down behind the body. Band comes to the back. And then we lift all the way back up and circle those arms forward and back down, okay? So raising the arms up here, all the way up, and then circling the arms all the way back down behind the body, and then drawing the arms up, trying to keep as neutral through the spine as you can still, and then float the arms all the way back down. One more here if it feels nice for your spine. Keep those ribs looking at the hips the whole time. Okay, length up through the crown of the head. A little bit of rotation here so the palms come up as we find that glide of the arms down. And then we're going to lift back up. A little bit of tension on that band as you circle the arms forward and all the way back down. Good job, everybody. Okay. From here, this is where you want to make sure you've got a nice long band. We're going to come to stand at one end of that band, okay? Hip width apart into the band. You'll hold the band with the other, with one hand, okay? And as your arms are resting by your side, the band will be slack, All right, still in that nice neutral alignment. Inhale to prepare. And as you exhale, I want you to draw one arm out to the side and just circle it all the way up and round. Good. And then slowly we'll resist the tension on the band as we let the arm float back down towards the floor. Now, if that felt too intense, loosen the band a little so you're not holding it quite so tightly. If it didn't feel enough, tighten the tension on the band, and off we go again, circling the arm up and round. Try not to let anything shift in the spine. As you move that arm around the body, we're trying to engage those lateral stabilizing muscles, okay, as we circle that arm up and round. Finding full shoulder flexion at the top there, and then slowly lowering that arm all the way back down. Good, and we'll do one more. Arm just comes out to the side of the body. Rotate the palm into the midline at the top, and then we slowly lower that arm all the way back down. The arm comes forward this time. Keep that nice neutral alignment. Awareness into center. Sweep the arm forward and all the way up. And then slowly resist as that arm comes all the way back down. And again, we're going to go again. Reaching the arm forward and up. Nice straight arm. Lift up from the shoulder blades. And then lower that arm all the way back down with control. Resist the pull of the band. We've got two more here. Reach that arm forward and up. Just use those stabilizers to keep the spine nice and still as you raise the arm up and then slowly lower it down. And one more here. Reaching that arm up and round. Good. And then slowly, slowly, slowly resist the pull of the band as you bring the arm back down. Keep standing into the band. Make the tension a little bit tighter, okay? And we're going to just extend that shoulder joint now. So the arm's going back behind you, and then you'll release it in, okay? And again, tighten the tension on the band if you need to. Try not to let anything shift in your spine. Just take the arm behind, and then draw it back in. Two more like that. Arm comes behind, draw it back in. And last one here, arm comes behind. Good, and draw it back in. Take the foot away from the hand that you're holding onto and step forward, okay? So the back foot is still in the band. Your front foot has come forward, and now we're going to bend that front knee and just bring the knee over the toes slightly to find a little forward lunge. Okay, just the tension of the band because we're going to bring this arm out to the side and all the way up into full flexion again. So the band can be slack at the bottom there. We're keeping the hips quite level, ribs still in line. We might be leaning forward very slightly, but I want you to be as upright as you can, okay? Take the arm wide and all the way up. And as you do that, I want the band to come in front of your arm and kind of your shoulder. Okay, you're going to keep lifting up now. So really push that arm up towards the ceiling. Open this side of the body out. So lift the ribs away from that back hip. And we're going to take a side flexion over to the side here. Inhale. Exhale, restack that spine back up. And we'll do one more. Lift first. And then head, neck, and upper back comes over to the side. Inhale here. And exhale, restack that spine. Float the arm down. Step back with that front foot and take it wide. Now again, the arm is coming out and round. And this time I want you to bring the band behind your shoulder. Okay, so it comes behind the shoulder. Now we will rotate away from that band. So hopefully you can see the band is quite nicely behind my back here. And we're going to roll down this leg. So I've turned my pelvis, my chest, everything. I'm going to tuck my chin and I'm going to peel my spine forward. And I'm going to keep that band coming down the back of the body in a rotative roll down. Inhale here. Exhale, peel the spine all the way back up, bone by bone. Return the chest to center, okay? And we'll go one more time. Rotate. And then we peel the spine forward, bone by bone, rolling down with some rotation. Inhale at the bottom there. And exhale. Build that spine. Lots of centering all the way back up. Return to center and float that arm all the way back down. We just bring it onto the other side. So you come to stand in your band. Once again, hip width apart. A small amount of tension on that band. Okay, as we get going, neutral spine. Take the arm out to the side, sweep it round and all the way up. And then inhale, we lower that arm all the way back down. All right, keep that awareness, rib through hip, nice neutral alignment. Try not to shift the spine at all as you find that movement in the shoulder joint. All right, nice straight arms, off we go. Exhale here, circle the arm up and round. And inhale as you lower. And exhale. Take that arm up and round. Good. And inhale, lower it down. Last one before we go into that forward flexion. So taking the arm out to the side, find those lateral stabilizers as you circle the arm up and round. And then bring the arm back down. This time the arm comes forward. All right, again, keeping neutral through the spine, finding those stabilizing muscles as you reach the arm to the ceiling. And then slowly control that movement as you reach that straight arm, long and down. Arm comes by your side, off we go again, reach that arm forward and up. A little bit of awareness into center. Keep the ribs looking at the hips so we don't shift through the spine at all here to help us out. You can always adjust the resistance of the band. That's why resistance bands are so good, really, because you can take a little bit more or a little bit less whenever you need to by holding that band in a slightly different place. We've got one more just like this. Slowly up and down. Reach the arm forward and up. Good. Find that full flexion at the shoulder joints. And then slowly lower that arm down with control. Tighten your hold on that band, okay? Palm facing behind you, and we're just going to send that arm back. Good. And draw it forwards, okay? And again, I think a little bit more tension, so we've got a little bit more work there. Shoulder extension, and then come forward. And again, we're keeping that spine as neutral as we can, keeping the weight as even through our feet as we can. Good. Two more just like that. Exhale, push back. Inhale, return. And exhale, push back. Good. Inhale, return. All right. Loosen your hold on that band once again. Take the outside foot and step forward. Still hip width apart. We're going to bend into that front knee, bringing that front knee over the big toe. Okay, the back foot is in the band still. All right, a little bit of stack on that band as the arm circles up and round. I've got a little bit tight there. And then bring that band in front of the arm. Okay, lift up, 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 up. And then we're coming over to the side into a little psoas stretch here. Inhale here. Exhale, restack that spine back up. And again, lift the arm to the ceiling, lift the ribs up and away from those hips. And over we go to the side. Inhale to that open side. Exhale, restack the spine back up bone by bone. Float the arm down. Good. Step back and a little bit wider with those feet. The arm comes back up. This time the band is coming behind the arm and the shoulder. Okay, we rotate to that wide leg, so away from the band. All right, turning the chest, turning the rib cage, turning the pelvis. And then we start to peel the spine down, bone by bone by bone by bone by bone. Bringing ourselves down towards the floor on that side. Nice rotated roll down. Inhale here. Exhale, feed that spine all the way back up. Come back to the front, and we'll do that one more time. Rotate throughout the body, and then peel the spine down bone by bone, keeping that nice connection up and into center. Good. Inhale here. Exhale, restack that spine all the way back up, and return to center. Float that arm down. Try not to get the band stuck on your hair. And then step out of that band. Very, very nicely done, everybody. So from here, a little bit of strengthening. We're going to come to a seated position on the mat. Okay, I want you to wrap the band around your feet. Your feet should be around hip width apart. Okay, we'll wrap the band over just so it's a little bit more secure. I want the arms to be nice and long. Nice tension on that band. All right, we're going to start just with a C shape of the spine. So I want you to tilt the pelvis back and find a lengthening through that spine. Reach the arms forward here as you round the spine, tucking the chin, find your C curve. And then you're going to roll back up to neutral, and at the same time, just pull the elbows a little bit wide and out as you lift the spine back up into neutral. All right, inhale here, tilt the pelvis back, reach those arms a little bit wide so your shoulders protract and you can round into your spine a little easier. And then draw the elbows wide, roll yourself back to a nice neutral spine. Good, 2 more just like that. Inhale here, round the spine, reach those arms. And exhale, pull wide, grow tall, lift up. Good, 1 more. Round the spine and reach. And then draw those elbows back, grow tall, grow tall, grow tall, grow tall. All right, from here, find that C shape once again. This time, we're going to roll back onto your sacrum. Keep those ankles nice and flexed. Inhale, hold. Exhale, return. And grow tall and lift. Good. C-shape the spine. Roll it back. Shoulders stay down and relax. This time, pull one elbow back and rotate towards that band. Inhale, return, other side. Exhale, pull the elbow back, rotate the chest. Inhale, return, and draw yourself forward and up. If you need to adjust the tension on your band, please do. Off we go again. Find your C shape. Roll it back. Pause there. Elbow pulls wide. Turn the chest, turn the chest. Inhale, release. Arms come straight. Exhale, other side. Pull that arm back. Good. Inhale, release. 1 more to each side. Draw the elbow back. Turn the chest. Lovely. And again, one last one. All right, inhale, return, grow tall. Well done, guys, really well done. Unhook your feet. Just come into a seated position. You can go long frog. You can have your legs slightly crossed if you want to. Okay, or you can go legs straight if that's your preference. And we're going to double over the band. So I want the band just to be using as a spacer now, really, more than anything else. I want you to raise the arms up about shoulder width, maybe slightly wider, okay? And be as neutral as you can here. Make sure the ribs are still just looking towards those hips. The arms are just pulling slightly wide. So the band is under tension, but it's kind of holding your arms as much as you're pulling on the band, okay? Lift up here. Exhale, we come over to the side. Good. Inhale, lift up, grow tall. Exhale, we come over into a small side flexion. Good. Inhale, lift it up, grow tall. 1 more to each side, little side flexion here. Lovely. Inhale, lift it up, and exhale, over we go. Good. Inhale, lift it up. Bring the arms in front of you. Tuck the chin and just round the spine forward. Just reaching the band slightly forward towards your feet and then restacking all the way back up. And 1 more, just like that. Tuck the chin and just work through that top part of your spine into a small spine stretch. And then restack the spine, keeping that nice awareness on that band. Now I just want you to turn your chest. Good. Inhale, center. Stabilize those arms. Bring the shoulders down onto the back so we're not hunching up around the ears. 1 more. Turn the chest. Inhale, center. Exhale, rotates. Good. Inhale, center. Last one. Exhale, rotate. Inhale and center. All right, relax the arms. Bring yourself round onto your back. Okay. I want you to hook the band around both feet and bring your feet down onto the floor, heels down, ankles flexed, okay? And again, we're going to just hold the arms up and over the chest here. So you're neutral in your spine, your hand is around your feet. I'm actually going to cross the band over just so it stays around the feet. She says dropping the end of the band, not very clever. Okay, so we're here. And actually the cross can come through the legs. So from here, all right, keeping those arms up towards the ceiling, we're going to lengthen one arm up and away and then slowly draw it back down, and we'll change sides. Lengthen that arm up and away with resistance, drawing it back over your chest. One more to each side here, keeping neutral through that spine, and the other side. All right, keep neutral through that spine. This time, both arms coming up and out very slightly, finding a small kind of V shape, and then resist the pull of the band as we come just over the shoulders. And again, pull those arms out and wide, and in they come. 2 more like that. Pull those arms out and wide. Exhale here. Inhale, return with control. And last one, exhale. Good. Inhale and control. Now keep the same tension on that band here, and I just want you to send the arms wide and then draw them back in, just over your chest, okay? Send the arms wide and then draw them back in. 2 more just like that. Arms come wide. All right, draw them back in. And then our last one here. Take those arms wide, squeeze the shoulder blades behind you, and then draw those arms all the way back in. Release the tension of the band. Take your feet out of the band and bring the band single width into the hands above your chest. Connect your legs together here so your ankles and your knees are glued. Arms reaching up towards the ceiling, shoulder width apart thereabouts. Maybe you want a little bit of slack on that band. We're going to find a hip roll here, just get some rotation into the spine. Okay, so as you exhale, keep those legs glued together, roll the pelvis over onto one side and pull the opposite hand out on that band. Inhale, return. Exhale, we go the other way. Hip roll one way, the opposite arm draws out and you pull that band down towards the floor. Inhale, center, return. Exhale, rotate, and you can turn your head to look at that hand that's pulling the band down to the floor. And then inhale, return. And one more to each side here. Find a little bit of rotation with your hip roll. Keep those legs glued together. Let that bottom knee drop. Inhale, return. Last one. Exhale, pull that band out to the side. Rotate the spine. Good. Inhale and return. Take your feet back to hip width apart. Bring them a little bit closer to your bottom. Tension the band back up. In fact, I'm going to double it over just so we've got a little bit more support there for the arms. Keep those arms reaching up towards the ceiling. Tilt your pelvis back and peel the spine up. Let's take a spine curl just to finish off here. Send the arms up and away. Let them pull out on that band as you bring the spine down. And then return the arms over your chest. And we'll do that one more time. Just tilt the pelvis back, peel that spine up into that spine curl position. Arms float up and overhead. A little bit of centering here. Pull wide on that band. Really ground the shoulders. And peel that spine all the way back down. Return the arms. Place the band down. Give your knees a hug. Have a little rock from side to side here. Circle the knees one way, then the other. And we'll rock ourselves up to a seated position. Thank you so much for joining me. That's all we've got time for now. I'll see you again very soon.